Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. This is my new server that I built recently because of my birthday. I got it from a friend and I'm very thankful. I used to actually own a physical rack server up until the end of 2025. I was planning to make a video about the server and the upgrade path, but that video was cancelled due to something failing in the video, which I couldn't fix, also known as the motherboard breaking out of nowhere. And the original board inside the chassis did the same thing. It was originally an X9SRI-F from Supermicro. Later I ended up buying an X9SRI-F and a Xeon E5 2695V2 with 16GB of ECC memory. Now, I can already hear you ask, well, Supermicro servers are usually reliable, why did it break? And it turns out the motherboard was shorting to the back of the chassis for whatever reason, despite me using proper screws and the standoffs being in the right places. And well, how did I notice that something was up? Well, one day after turning off the server and the next day trying to turn it back on, it wouldn't power up. And I tried to diagnose the problem by myself, thinking I either killed my CPU or killed the power supply. So I decided to give it back to the friend I originally got the rack server from, as I was also done and mad at it due to the sake that it cost me most of my time, my files were gone, and the Proxmox instance I had running on it was basically for nothing. Later, a friend of mine, also a good friend of the channel, took a look at that motherboard and tested it with his own server parts. And well, what did that motherboard do? Well, it turned on without any issues. And he was running it for 2 months, and then, well, one day he texts me saying the motherboard has passed away, which I can't blame due to those being older server boards, and you never know what it was like running before, or if it was just on the shelf collecting dust. And that was it, at least I thought it was. Well, the good friend of the channel was also invited to my birthday, and you never know what he did. He gave me another X9SRI-F. I remember going like, no way, dude. He was so annoyed of me running an i5 4590 as a server and couldn't stand it. That was when I noticed he was the spark, the ignition I needed. It was a new beginning. And well, he helped me build it and cabled it just like an OEM. That's advanced. And this is where I give a huge shout out to 9SRI-F. Thank you so much for basically helping me build this awesome system. I'm still very thankful of it still running, and it runs great. And if you're looking to chat with him, be sure to join our Discord server. The link is down in the video description. Anyways, back to the video. So now, let's talk specs. The CPU is a Xeon E5 2695V2. The CPU is actually the one that I used to think has passed away. Well, turns out it's still alive. 32GB of UDIM DDR3 RAM, all 8 slots are covered. The module capacity of 4GB per channel, and well, a 1GB network card, in addition to the two gigabit ports on the board. Well, what's the plan of me using it for? Self-hosting, of course. I run Proxmox, and I have to admit, it makes it so worthwhile as I never wanted to let go of my Xeon and the rack server. And the one thing that is for sure, I want to start some channel projects with the server. Maybe some cool events like Minecraft servers, or maybe I'll also make it a server where I edit the videos on, even though that's not for sure as of right now. And with that, thanks so much for watching. If you have something to say, leave it down in the comments. I always read the comments after the video goes live, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!